another video. Today we've got how good was Bo Jackson actually. I know a little bit about Bo Jackson, so I suggested this to Ab, sorry.
Why are you betting at my government name, bro? Come on, man. What is going on, bro? You just betted out my government name now.
Hey, yes, start again.
Even my enemies know my name now.
Start again. I did it, bro.
What's the issue, bro? No, we're not starting in the video again. Just continue, bro.
You sure?
Yeah. Let's get in there, man.
Wait, you actually don't mind?
Yes, let's go.
Oh, I thought he was no. Start again, bro.
No, Mike. We're gonna continue, bro. We're gonna keep these reactions as authentic as possible. So these subscribers know. So our subscribers know that we don't fake none of our reactions. So just continue, bro.
But yeah, we've got how good was Bo Jackson actually. I know you don't know anything about him, but what do you think?
The name rings a bell, and I think he plays baseball, right? I could be wrong.
And he played American football.
He played both sport.
Yeah, he was in the NFL. He was a two-sport phenom, bro. But yeah, I'm not gonna ruin anything for you. Let's get straight into it.
Let's go. Make sure to subscribe. We really appreciate every single one of you guys that have been showing love. Let's get in there.
A kid from the 80s who was the greatest athlete in the world, and they'll say Bo Jackson. Bo is a cultural megastar, the only person to be selected as both an MLB and NFL All-Star. Mythical stories of his athletic ability created a larger-than-life persona of Bo Jackson. But just how good was he actually? Vincent Edward Bo Jackson was born in 1962 to a family of 10 siblings. Raised in Alabama, Vincent gained a notorious...
Yeah, that's a lot though, right?
Wow, how many siblings you got?
Me, I've got two. That's it.
10,
what about you?
I got one. I couldn't imagine a household with 10, man. That would have been a lot of food making and a lot of money he had to make to sustain that, bro. So shout out to his parents.
Yeah, I think that was a common thing though, right? Like,
10.
Yes, bro. Like back then, like let's say 50, 60 years ago, that was very common for families to have like 10 kids. That was, bro. Let me give you something that's even crazier. My granddad, my mom's dad, he was a chief in Africa. He had 50 kids. 50, bro. So this is nothing. 10 kids. That's normal, but I've seen families with 10 kids, so.
Amazing. 10 siblings. Raised in Alabama, Vincent gained a notorious rep at a young age, regularly fighting other kids. He was so outlandish and crazy, people began to call him the Wild Boar. Over his teens, that became shortened, and the nickname Bo was born. Athletics were the only thing that could save Bo from his troubled youth, keeping him enthralled by competition instead of trouble. That fire to be the best fueled his legendary work ethic. It wouldn't take long before his natural abilities shined on a baseball field as he began to play summer leagues against grown men just for a challenge. He attended McAddery High School in McCalla, Alabama. From the outset, Bo was a great white shark in a small pond of Alabama. He became a three-sport star in his rural town. In track, he won 2 state titles in the decathlon event, dominating the competition so badly that he chose to sit out the last event both years because of his large point lead. As a senior, he won the Alabama State Championship.
Mike, just like you, fam.
200 meter and 400 meter hurdles.
Pause it.
Yeah, go on.
I didn't this good at track. I'm like, whoa. See, I knew it was quick.
Mike, get close to your mic, bro. Like your voice is
mic, bro.
Cutting off a bit. Yeah, go on.
Track star, bro. That is crazy, bro. Unbelievable.
Yeah, you seem like he's like a super athlete, bro. What?
He was a superhuman, but I didn't know he was this good at track as well. That's crazy.
Yeah. Okay. This is gonna be a bit of a crazy question. Do you think he was a better athlete than Michael Jordan?
Yeah, of course.
Really?
Probably. Him and Deion Sanders. There's another one I want you to react to.
Yeah.
He played in the MLB and the NFL, and he ran like 10-3, 10-4. They're basically very similar. But yeah, those two are the greatest American athletes I can ever recall. But if you can name another one, please tell me in the comment section. But yeah, those two are legends.
So better than Michael Jordan, better than Muhammad Ali.
Jordan was probably a good high jumper, but I don't know about other like track. I don't know if he was that fast, and he wasn't that great at. Jordan played baseball for a couple of years. Did you know that?
Yeah. My family,
And
we did a reaction to him.
he
They
was
spoke
he was
about
never
it.
he was never that great at it, bro. He wasn't that good. These two were playing at the highest level. Yeah. So yeah,
On both sport.
on both sport. Yeah.
Wow.
And 400-meter hurdles, high jump, and long jump. On the baseball diamond, he tied the national record for home runs with 20. On the gridiron, Jackson ran for 1,000 yards on only 100 carries. Heavily recruited by every big college in America and even drafted by the MLB, Bo decided to stay in-state and attend Auburn University. As a freshman, Bo was immediately the Tigers' starting running back and the focal point of their offense. His game-winning leaping touchdown beat their hated rival, the Alabama Crimson Tide, for the first time in a decade. As a sophomore, he was named an All-American behind his 1,200 rushing yards. Many pundits claim that he would have won the Heisman if he was a senior, because at the time, it was an unwritten rule to give the award to senior players. Following an injury-riddled junior season, Bo Jackson cemented himself as an Auburn sports legend, rushing for 1,700 yards and winning the Heisman Trophy. He also commanded respect on the baseball field.
Yep.
In NFL, yeah, if you rush for even 1,000 yards, that's like scoring like 20 goals in the Premier League, bro. Like it's a big deal.
If you want 1,000 yards.
If you rush for 1,000 yards, that's a massive. So 1,700,
yeah,
like literally up, bro. Like that's.
Wow. Your voice keep breaking. I don't know what's going on. Yeah.
Commanded respect on the baseball field. Scouts were calling Bo the best pure athlete in America. The numerous stories about Bo Jackson start as he was preparing for the NFL draft. Without warming up, Bo Jackson ran the most famous 40-yard dash in history. Scouts clocked him in at an incredible 4.12, a whole tenth of a second faster than anybody else in recorded history. This skyrocketed Jackson to the first overall pick in 1986 to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. In one of the most controversial sports moments of the 80s, the Bucs didn't get an NCAA approval to meet with Bo, causing him to lose eligibility for his senior baseball season. Bo thought this was a ploy by the Bucs to force him to play football over baseball, so he refused to play for Tampa. Instead, he began his professional baseball career with the Kansas City Royals. The following year, the Oakland Raiders drafted his rights in the 7th round, as Al Davis believed in Bo playing professional football and baseball at the same time. Bo Jackson became the richest non-quarterback in football and was coming into his own as a baseball player as well. Now in the spotlight, Bo's incredible athletic displays made it to every television in the United States. If it weren't for visual proof, Bo would be considered an urban legend. On his first major league home run, he broke his bat. Other home runs flew over 500 feet. He would throw the ball from center field, gunning down runners at home plate. Meanwhile, on the gridiron, he was easily flying by defenders for touchdowns. Brian Bosworth was one of the baddest men in the world, a 6'2", 255-pound behemoth at linebacker. He was known simply as the Boz. He and Bo Jackson would meet on Monday Night Football in 1987. Bosworth guaranteed that they would shut Bo Jackson down. Bo isn't a man of many words, but he is a man of action. Bo blew past the Boz for a 91-yard touchdown in the first quarter, where he ran straight into the tunnel of the kingdom for an iconic moment in football history. Later in the game, Bo and Boz met mano a mano at the goal line, where Jackson proceeded to truck him for a touchdown. Bo would end Monday Night Football with the single-game rushing record with 221 yards. Bo Jackson oozed charisma, and the attention of the sports world after his Nike campaign rocked the mainstream. Bo knows commercials
So this guy is the definition of him. He was him.
Bro, Bo Jackson was the truth. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yeah, I can hear you.
It sounds better now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, continue, bro.
Bo Jackson was a legend. Like, bro, he was so like physically strong. He could probably play any sport he liked to at the highest level. Probably could have won an Olympic gold in 100 meters if he really put his mind to it, in my opinion.
Wow.
Stream. Bo knows commercials were everywhere, showing off new gear meant for cross-training. With Bo being the only two-sport athlete, he was perfect for the role. The commercials chronicled Bo playing multiple sports, where he would dominate, because, well, Bo knows. In the 1989 All-Star Game, Jackson blasted an over 400-foot home run and took home the All-Star MVP. That same year, he had the best season in his NFL career, falling just short of 1,000 yards and earning Pro Bowl honors. 1989 put Bo Jackson into a class of his own. He is still the only player to be an All-Star in both the MLB and the NFL.
What?
That season, Bo hit a home run on 4 straight at-bats, tying the record. But sadly, tragedy struck in 1991. In a playoff game against the Cincinnati Bengals, Bo was awkwardly hit by a defender and dislocated his hip. To stay in the game, Bo popped the hip back in place, causing further long-term damage to the blood vessels. Bo's left hip soon was unable to receive blood supply, and the bone tissue died in the process. This left fans and Bo in devastation. He abruptly retired from the NFL right as he was hitting his prime. Bo ended his football career with just over 3,000 scrimmage yards and 18 touchdowns in 4 seasons. Enraged by the time he would miss rehabbing a football injury, the Kansas City Royals released Bo. He was picked up by the Chicago White Sox, where he would play 2 more
Well, he
seasons
just broke
in the
the baseball bat. But yeah,
He's so
Mike,
strong.
yeah, the vibe I'm getting is this guy. It reminds me of R9. You know, like he's like the R9 of like, you know.
That is-
Do you think
That
that's
is
a
one
good
of the-
comparison?
That is very good. That is an unbelievable comparison, bro.
Because R9 was like he was going to be the GOAT without injuries, right? If you, if he had stayed fit,
that is a perfect example, bro.
yeah, if he had stayed fit, if you guys follow soccer, man, you probably know what I'm talking about. We had this guy that was incredible at football. He was unplayable on his day. It's just injuries just prevented him from literally becoming the GOAT. It seemed like the vibe I'm getting, at least, it seemed like Bo Jackson is like the same. It seemed like injuries prevented him from reaching his full potential.
I agree fully. I can't even think of a better example.
Yeah.
Chicago White Sox, where he would play 2 more seasons in the MLB. He continuously battled his left hip injury that kept him out for over a half of each season. In true Bo knows fashion, Jackson promised his mom that he would hit a home run for her once he returned from his hip replacement injury. Unfortunately, she passed before that moment came, but Bo did what he said he would, smashing a ball into right field for a home run in his first at-bat back. He retired from competition in 1994. Bo is widely considered one of the greatest athletes of all time, and his prime was robbed from both him and the sports world by a hip injury. If not for this career-ending blow, Bo's accomplishments could have been endless. And while Bo knows, we may never truly know how good Bo Jackson could have been. So,
Okay.
what do you guys think?
So wait, Mike, do you reckon you could have been the GOAT in the NFL and in MLB?
I don't know enough
Yeah.
about him.
Yeah, Mike, get close to your mic, but try to like talk directly into your mic, because directly into your mic.
Talk about him in the NFL, bro.
Yeah.
The greatest ever.
Okay. But yeah, he seems very impressive, bro. What an athlete. The name does ring a bell. I think I've heard of Bo Jackson before. I never knew like he was, he was this super athlete that played both played both in the MLB and in the NFL. But yeah, it's very impressive. Very impressive. To learn his story, learn about everything about about Bo Jackson. But yeah, Mike, do you have anything else to say before we wrap it up?
Let us know other athletes you want us, or sports people you'd want us to react to, and any sport games you would want us to react to, because we want to do a lot more sport from now on as well. We don't want to just one box, man. But we're loving it, so thank you guys.
Yep. But yeah, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe.